Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this somewhat old, but not too old, title called Pure Girl. And yes, this is by Front Week. So, we've seen some of this with Purino Party. So Front Week took two titles, Pure Girl and Innocent Girl, which I also have on this channel, to make Purino Party, and they put a honey pop style puzzle on top of, I'll say, like 5 CG selected from each character route. And it didn't really get good reviews, but then again, Pure Girl and Innocent Girl were never meant to be a puzzle like a honey pop style game. So I've already released a short playthrough of Innocent Girl, the opening route, on this channel when I started it in 2017. And I wanted to do this one as well, but there's too many things I have to cut out and it gets pretty inappropriate. So I ended up doing Yukikoi Melt instead. And now that Yukikoi Melt is in English on Steam by Front Wing, I thought it makes sense to put this one back on my channel. And given that I was able to go through Momoiro Closet, which is kind of hard to do a playthrough of with all those workarounds, I think I can try the same trick with this one as well. So the story for Pure Girl is somewhat similar to Yukikoi Melt and Innocent Girl. Well, in fact, this is kind of like the predecessor to those titles. So we have a main character being pushed into an environment he hates and despises, and he can't really pull out of it because there's all these girls that continuously encourage him to stay. So Pure Girl, this one, is porn, Innocent Girl's art, and Yukikoi Melt is wintertime. And I kind of feel that The Sky Full of Stars is similar, so with astronomy, but then again, that's a pull top title. So going back to Front Wing titles, this one was kind of like the foundation for Momoiro Closet, so some elements got recycled there. But anyways, without further delay, let's just begin. So I'm going to skip a part in the prologue, so I'm not going to click start here. I'll just load from another save state. So what happens in the introduction is that he has this really strange dream where he's masturbating in front of 4 girls, and then, well, I'll just show it to you. Okay, so I skipped the prologue, and now we're at the opening scene. So, looking from the actual world, you see that some girl named Sora is trying to wake up our main character, and she calls him Nichan. So, if you remember from Purino Party, Sora is this girl who really wants a big bro. And in this Pure Girl visual novel, our main character is this girl's older brother. So his name is Satoru Hoshizuki, and Sora's name is Sora Hoshizuki. So anyway, she's trying to get our brother to wake up, or Satoru. Okay, so she's stepping on him. So this person. So it's quite troublesome. So by the way, once again, I'm sticking with Google Translate and Excite Japan for translations. So he tries to open his eyes, so pry open the heavy eyelids with faint consciousness. Come on, wake up, Nichan! I'm awake. Well, come on, I just need some more sleep. Well, I wonder what you're trying to say while you were half asleep. Well, I'm just asleep all year round, and I don't want you to tell me. And that just gets Sora a little bit more upset. It's like, what are you trying to say? Alright, I'm gonna try harder to wake you up. So why don't you? Wait, by the way, do you know what you're stepping on?
No.
Hi everyone. I know it's quite early in the story, but unfortunately, I had to skip the next part out. So, what was Sora stepping on? Well, I'm sure we know what it is. But anyways, Sora says that it's the best way to wake up a dumb and lazy brother, and then she pushes it too far to the point where it gets exposed, and then that gets Sora all panicked, all freaked out, and then she beats up Satoru. But in the end, it seemed to have done the trick because now Satoru is awake. So let's see what happens next. So you had to show it to me, and that's why I had to go to this extreme. Okay. Well, you're the one who did it anyways, because you had to step on me to get me to wake up. Well, if you say such a thing, it kind of becomes complicated. Okay, so he puts away the futon in the living room and puts it back in the closet. Wait, so where's our dad? It looks like he's not coming home today. And I wonder why. Oh, so like, well, I see that our father's coming home today after all these days of absence. It's like, yeah, that's right. So Sora's like, well, he does work overseas on a big business trip and he's now able to return. Well, even if you say that... Okay, so he's been on a business trip for over half a month. And to be honest, I came back before I knew it. Or like, he's coming home before we were able to find out. And for the mother, she's working part-time today. So that's why you woke me up, right? So I think what happens is that Satoru usually gets waken up by the mother, but she's working, so Sora gets to do the honor. And then it's like, well, I see that you get upset when I make breakfast for you. Okay, it's like, well, you know, there is expense to all those ingredients, and it is a problem when you make something. So, you make eggs, and you cook them in the microwave, and they explode. And not only the egg gets wasted, it creates a big mess. No, it's okay. So if it gets too hot and starts to make some popping sounds, I'll just take it out from the microwave. So I can take it out 20 seconds early. No, that's not the problem though. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go and wash my face and go make some breakfast. Well, I already made breakfast, so don't worry. So just wait here. Wait, it's okay in the morning. Well, I'll just make it crisp and... So what is he doing now? Okay, so he takes the cushion, he puts it up on Sora's like, well, just shut up, and then he walks through the kitchen. So usually my mom makes breakfast, but she's not here right now. So apparently she's been working or leaving in the morning for the last 3 days, or like 3 days a week. So then again, it's my turn to make breakfast for this morning. So I wonder if I should have my sister do it, but...
兄ちゃん、前々から思ってたんだけど、海苔の佃煮にはケチャップよりマヨが合うよね。
So now Sora's talking about breakfast like, well, I wonder if mayo fits better with ketchup, or fits well with ketchup. So my little sister's whispering such a terrible thing, and then she takes out boiling seaweed from the fridge. So, okay, so he went to get the seaweed from the refrigerator. It's like, well, this is special. I want to keep it to myself. I don't want Sora to ruin it. So I'm just gonna put mayo and soy sauce in this.
星月君、食わず嫌いは万死に値する。
So the Hoshizuki special, let's see. So hate not eat is worth it all. Or like a... So I think Sora's trying to get Satoru to try something new. It's like, this is a new style, new condiments breakfast. The blasphemy of food is worth all death. So it's probably gonna taste really, really bad.
暴力じゃないよ。絶対美味しいって。なんでわからないかな。
Hey, come on.
兄弟とは思えない味覚の違いだよ。
Come on, don't say that it tastes bad. It tastes good. I don't know why, but I feel like our taste buds are way too different. And basically, you don't understand good taste. What? Well, let's see. Something about brothers and sisters. Like, what are you? Why are you doing it?
兄ちゃん、なんでそんなマジな顔してるのかな。
So is it so crazy? I wonder if he has such a serious face. Well, come on. So you're not a little kid anymore. So you should have some sense and know the truth.
嘘。もしかして空たち実の兄弟じゃないの？
Huh? Wait. So maybe something about like they're not real brothers and sisters. Well, no, we are related. We're related by blood. So I think it's sort of like so are we not related? We're just like adopted, or like I'm adopted? It's like no, we are related.
なんだそれ？期待して損した。
Wait, what do you mean? Well, that's expected. What do you mean expected?
いや、今のは
Well, So, you don't like me, right?
嫌いだよ。ずっぽし嫌い。
Right, well, I don't like that. Well, anyways, do you need breakfast then?
いつも朝ごはんを作ってくれて感謝してるよ。だからご飯ちょうだい。
So something about thank you for making breakfast, right? So rice. Well, simple. So So with a bitter smile, I handed the rice over to her. Okay, so it's time, so we should get going and get to school.
Aye aye!
Okay. Okay, so that was a somewhat okay breakfast session. So I think what happened was that Sora wanted to make something, and she did, and it wasn't that good. So Satoru ended up having to make it on his own. And I think he did end up making something for Sora to eat. So anyways, after feeding his sister, they are going to school. So along the way, I can see my sister walking next to me. So she's in a uniform, and it's color white, and it fits her very well. So, as expected, this is a former girls-only school, and that's why the uniform design looks cute. So, is this the one who was stepping on my whatever this morning? Okay, so this is the same girl who's stepping on me, trying to get me up in the wrong place. And then I literally passed out from her beating. So only a pretty girl student can see her walking normally. So it's like, well, this is the same person who beat me up, and it looks different. And you can't really get the idea that she could be rowdy when she's wearing this cute uniform. So this is exactly what something about cosplay for Mako. So what is scary is the versatility of uniforms.
さっきからジロジロ見てどうしたの?
So you seem to be staring far away a while ago. Well, I just wonder when two shabby objects will become big.
空は貧乳じゃない!
Come on, Sora's not a princess. Well, no one's talking about whatever, your brain. So I wonder when you're gonna grow smarter and not resort to beating people up in violence.
右脳と左脳か。なるほど。って誰の脳が貧相だよ。ちゃんと 3DOS でノートでしてるってば。
Wait, so whose brain is bad? You know, I've been playing 3DOS. So I think 3DOS is like Brain Age or some kind of game like that. And I remember that this was referenced in Yukikoi Melt once. So that Unimart incident in episode 13 where one girl is trying to tell the other kids give back her 3DOS game. Okay, now it starts to make sense. So is that right? So she is reacting slow. So in a sense, I think her brain is still not functioning properly, or it still needs work. So I wonder if her brain is matching her age. And I wonder if she's doing well in school, but as a brother, I'm worried about her.
全然これこっちも失敗したら本体設定で日付を巻き戻してるから全部最高評価だもん
Well, you know, this tool, if I lose in the game, I can always go back. I can always change the date. Wait, that's cheating. And I can change the settings until I get a good score. So in a sense, I'm going to work around the system. I can trick it into saying that I'm starting fresh, even though I did bad on my previous training. Well, and you can't really consider it a hack because you're not really modifying the save physically. You're just trying to use all the different tricks to boost your score up. So then again, software limitations. So it's not software that feeds such wisdom. And for time being, I'm pouring fuel on my sister as usual. And while they're talking, some other girl pops in, and she's like, "Oh, hello, Sora-chan. Hello, Satoru Oni-chan. Good morning." "Oh, hello, Miyako. Good morning." "Hi, Kana-chan." So Miyako moves away from me, and so Sora moves over to Miyako. So Miyako was also one of the girls in the Purino Party game. So Miyako is Sora's classmate and her best friend. And I know, so the moment I hear that name, everyone wants to rush in. So I think it's like, well, think about it. Miyako's name, it's written similar to the city of Kyoto, and people get confused over it. Well, I try not to touch it as much as possible. I'm sure that people around me wouldn't bother me and wouldn't bother my sister's best friend. But after all, there are times when I really want to go in after all. So I think it's like, well, I can also see that Miyako looks more mature. She has a more developed body than Sora, and it makes her look more attractive. So Miyako calls him Satoru Oni-chan, but then again, they're not related. So Miyako is not the younger sister of Satoru. I wonder if I can exchange it for or like, it'd be nice if I could adopt her and then ditch Sora, so have the parents take Miyako in. But then again, Sora admires, or like Miyako admires Sora for being all energetic and lively in the morning. It's like, I like that. Well, that's because Nita said a lot of stupid things this morning, and it got me all worked up. Really? Satoru Oni-chan? No, that's just what Sora says. Or like, she's exaggerating. But it is the usual. Come on, Kana-chan. It's like, you're making me look bad. Ahaha. You know, it's also like this every morning. Sora's being loud. And yeah, I apologize for the inconvenience. So our eyes match, and Miyako puts on her hat so that it can hide her eyes and block the line of sight. So if you remember from Purino Party, Miyako's problem is that she's often shy and she freaks out when she's too close to people, and she wears this hat to help her, shield her from other people. And as usual, this kind of event doesn't change. So our school has a freestyle, or rather loose, atmosphere, and it allows, or like the dress code allows students to wear small accessories, including hats. So it's quite lax on the uniform requirements. So it's okay for Miyako to wear a hat to school regularly, and it helps her. And every time I look at that behavior, it kind of worries me as well. So that hat, so isn't it dangerous if you can't really see what's in front of you then?
下は見えてるよ。
Well, I can look at the floor, so it doesn't really block my entire view. Well, that's good. So, well, just be careful, because you may trip if you can't really see what's ahead of you.
それよりも危なくないって呼びかけなのか否定なのか微妙な感じで危なくないかな？危なくなくないかな？あれ？
So, Miyaka's trying to question about Satoru's concern about, well, isn't it dangerous? And Miyaka's like, I don't really know. Maybe, maybe not. Well, it is quite complicated. So there is a subtle gap that cannot be said. So Miyako pulls her hat tightly and hides her head. So apparently, when Satoru asks a pretty hard question at Miyako starts to be deep in thought and she kind of gets worried, and her way of trying to get away from this is to hide with her hat.
死にたい。
Well, I feel like I want to die. Well, come on. If you die just for being in deep thought, my house would be a dangerous zone. It'd be even more dangerous, full of Soras.
危なくなくなんかなってない。
Well, it's not dangerous, or I'm not dangerous. It's like, well, compared to me, I have to deal with Sora all the time, and she constantly beats me up. And if you can't really handle being in deep thought, how will I handle? Like, compared to me having to deal with Sora all the time. Well, I don't understand the reason, but I can tell that you are wrong in lots of ways. So, what now? So Miyako was looking around and she crashed into a man in a suit. And the man drops his cigarette that he was holding, and he turns around, and so I think he I'm not sure what he did, but he just looked at Miyako with a very upset eye. So Miyaka's full of words, the man's eyes further narrow and become steep. It's like, this girl, are you clumsy? And you made me drop my cig. Oh, so Satoru helps Miyako's like, oh, I'm sorry. We were just a bit careless, and just be careful. And you know that this place is a not smoking area. So, okay, so that man smiles and, okay, oops, I'm sorry. I forgot that I can't smoke here. So he leaves with this suit. And I think he feels embarrassed, like, well, it was my fault for holding a cig.
感じ悪いな。スラが一言ずっぽし言ってこようか。
Okay, so we see that. Okay, so obviously Miyako would feel relieved from Satoru helping her, but on the other side, Sora is upset because I feel that you're paying more attention to Kana-chan, who's not related to us, compared to me, your true sister.
そんな。 いいってソラちゃん、もともと私が悪いんだし。
No, it's okay, Sora-chan. I did cause the problem as well. So Miyako, so are you injured? Did you get burned by that lit cig? And that's going to make Sora more upset, because now Satoru is checking to make sure Miyako's alright.
大丈夫だよ、サトルお兄ちゃん。
Oh no, I'm okay. Well, I'm glad.
ごめん、サトルお兄ちゃん、私の不注意で。
I'm sorry, Satoru Oni-chan. I was quite careless. So... Okay, so I think when Miyako hit the man or crashed into him, her hat fell off and Satoru went to pick it up. Or like her hat got out of alignment. So Miyako is quite surprised, but Satoru smiles. Well, it's going to happen. So from now on, just raise your hat a little bit. So there's many more people here, and you want to be careful. So you might as well move your hat a little bit so that you can see what's ahead of you.
そうだね。
Okay. It's kind of bad. Wait a minute. Okay, so it looks like Miyako's still looking at the ground, and I wonder what she crashes into next. Okay, so Satoru puts out the flame on that dropped cigarette, and he picks it up, and he puts it in the litter box inside a fast food restaurant that's in front of him. Okay, it's like, well, I did get the guy and remind him not to smoke here, but he left evidence behind, and we don't want to be the ones that are accused of this cig. Okay, that's good. And to make him not suspicious, he goes and buys something for Miyako. It's like, well, I can't just walk into a fast food restaurant and throw something out. I have to buy something and be a customer.
いらないよ。なんで買ってくるかな?
So he asks Sora's like, oh, so do you want a hamburger? And Sora's like, no, I don't need it. And why did you have to buy it? So, well, you know, you have to be a good customer. You can't just go in and leech your resources. So, same analogy. If I go to a store just to use the restroom, it looks kind of bad. So, I have to be a customer and at least buy something from there.
さすが兄ちゃん、朝から女の子に聞く質問としては最低だよ。
But then again, if you go to like a big place, a big supermarket, you probably will be able to get away with it. So you go in there, use the restroom, or throw trash out, and then not be a customer and buy anything. And it's usually okay until, or unless they put a sign where it says restrooms are for customers only. Well, it may be a little reflection. Well, from now on, okay, I'll just pick some flowers. It's a secret talk that people say.
サトルお兄ちゃん、そのハンバーガー。
But, Satoru Oni-chan, so with regards to the hamburger... Oh, I'm sorry, so I did eat something. So do you want the hamburger?
ごめんね。でも私のせいだし、そのハンバーガーは責任を持って私が買うよ。
No. Actually, I kind of feel sorry that I caused the whole thing, so I'll pay for it. Wait, okay? No?
しろどんとこいだよ。
So do you want to eat the hamburger?
ほぼ全部食べていようがいいねでかね。
Okay, second. Well, I'm gonna have to pay for it because I was the one that caused the problem. And then it's like, well, I ate it, so I'm technically the one who should pay for it. And then Miyako's like, well, I can just have the rest of the hamburger, even if you already ate from it. So Miyako, I wonder, did you have breakfast?
デザートは別腹だよ。
I wonder if dessert counts. That's not good though. And you can't really treat dessert as like a regular breakfast.
それでサトルお兄ちゃん、ハンバーガーはあまり時間をかけてると遅刻しちゃうよ。
Hey, by the way, Satoru Oni-chan, you know, if you keep eating that hamburger and spend time, we'll be late for class. Oh yeah. Okay. So here, I'll split it with you, so you can have half of it. So he breaks the hamburger in half, and he gives the other half to Miyako. So...
お兄ちゃん、私はそっちの食べかけのでいいよ。
Oni-chan, so I'm going to half eat it over here. So she's all lovely, she's all nice.
原因は私だよ。ならその責任も当然私が取らなきゃ。だから食べかけの方でいいの。むしろそうじゃないとダメ。
So you can see Sora's eyes starting to narrow. It's like, I can see that Ni-chan is admiring Kana-chan. She's being all girly-like, all sweet, and now she's going to eat the other half of the hamburger that Satori bought. So Miyako is serious. Okay, I guess this is okay.
ありがとうサトルお兄ちゃん。うちに帰ってからゆっくり食べるね。
So thank you very much, Satoru Oni-chan. So I'm going to save this and eat it slowly when I get home. No, it's gonna get bad. So why don't you eat it now?
ああ、そっか。盲点だったよ。
Okay. So what is it now? So what is it that you're rushing into? And what about Sora? Okay, so what did Sora do? Hey, so wait. What are you eating? You're eating my fingers.
どれでこのハンバーガースケベな味がしたわけだ。
So I think when Miyako wanted to save it, Satoru took it back, and then Sora just became a dog and just literally ate it from Satoru's hands. It's like, this hamburger, it tastes kind of strange in the middle. It is terrible to have that H taste. Or like basically, she did lick or got taste of my fingers. Okay, so we're now at the school. And if I remember, this school was called the Oto International Academy, according to Purino Party. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and stop here for this episode. There was quite a bit of content in episode 1. So we're going to see what happens in school. And it's probably a good chance to learn more about it. And compared to the Miyukiyama Academy or the Mount Miyuki Academy in Yukikoi Melt and the Kurzaki Art Academy in Innocent Girl. So far, the introduction isn't that intense. Nothing more than just a typical morning with Sora, Satoru, and Miyako. And I know Satoru really admires Miyako for how she's girly-like, and just that one incident where Miyako accidentally crashed into a guy, Miyako was so apologetic and she really wanted to make up for it, even though she's going a little bit too extreme. But anyways, with all that in mind, I'll see you later.